Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Everyone, welcome to the show. So today is a good day for many reasons, which I'll explain. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Sloppy Steve Bannon has been arrested and indicted again, and he's melting down about it. He apparently had a total conniption. He had a little bit of a tantrum as he was entering the courtroom to plead not guilty. So yes, Donald Trump's former chief strategist and ongoing clown surrendered to Manhattan authorities today. He's charged with things like fraud. This is defrauding Trump supporters with his alleged We Build the Wall scheme. And I say alleged, but come on. I mean, two other men involved have already admitted their crimes. They already pleaded guilty. They've already been convicted. And then the third escaped conviction only because one lone juror, probably still wearing a Trump 2020 hat as we speak, refused to go along with the other 11 jurors. So anyway, as you all likely remember, Bannon received a pardon from Trump that was in regard to the federal charges for these same crimes, but his new indictment is for state charges. And the indictment also charges the organization itself, the 401c4 We Build the Wall, Inc. That is also listed as a defendant. So that's different than the federal charges. So here's what Bannon is actually charged with: 2 counts of money laundering, 2 counts of conspiracy, and 1 count of a scheme to defraud. Now, the state prosecutor alleges that of the $25 million donated to We Build the Wall, Bannon personally pocketed $1 million, even though all of these men said on camera, oh, we're not going to take a penny of this money. And I believe that was a direct quote. They said they would not take any money. They were doing this as volunteers. Every dime that you donated was going to go to this group, to We Build the Wall, and it would be used for the construction, the purchase of land, and the construction of the border wall. Never built even one section. Now, here's the thing. Here's why I believe this is going to stick. Barring another Trump cult member on the jury, I believe they've got him, because the facts are pretty much laid out there. I mean, they've pretty much got him dead to rights. Plus, the other men have to be beyond pissed off because they didn't get a pardon. You know, Bannon was the only one that Trump pardoned. He got to skate, and then their lives were turned upside down. So they have to be pissed off. And you would assume any evidence they have against him has likely been willingly turned over. And you know that their devices were seized, so who knows what all was found there. I mean, in fact, the indictment against Bannon mentions some damning text messages in which he talks about paying Courthouse directly. And he said to the recipient of the text, quote, "What's the worry?" In another text, they said that Bannon was talking about how his white national, well, they didn't say white nationalist, but I say white nationalist nonprofit organization would receive some of the cash. He said in the text that they needed to wire funds to citizens of the American Republic. That was his nonprofit. And then following that text, the prosecutor notes that the citizens of the American Republic received a $380,000 cash infusion from We Build the Wall. So that's evidently how he was paying Courthouse under the table. Bannon would allegedly cut a paycheck from citizens of the American Republic, funnel the cash, that he received from We Build the Wall. So Citizens of the American Republic has now been stripped of its nonprofit status by the IRS, not necessarily because of this case, but they say that the nonprofit failed to even file tax returns for 3 consecutive years. What a shit show. So this is going to be interesting and fun, but yeah, seems like the chickens are really coming home to roost lately. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know when I hear more. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.